Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL. And the Washington football team.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they come in off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
First down, Tagovailoa. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense. Players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So here come the Cowboys onto the field with excellent position to get things started. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet, Matthews.
After review of the play, the run on the field is reversed.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Nice move at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Brought down by Khalil Mack.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And they're able to get this one past the 30, down to the 25. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Tua now on first down. Flushed out right. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He he's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 13 carries, 52 yards.
And even though it's a short week, running backs love when they're in a groove, and that's exactly where he is right now. He's hoping to feast a little bit more here on Thanksgiving.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense going back to work. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust. Things settled down a little bit.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Way Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now it's Freeman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On the return, it's Tate. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Washington.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This one caught by Ridley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Mostert. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
This is Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Tua to try again on second down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Tua sets up to pass it. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Off of play action, Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Koo now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Marvin Hall returning it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd and short. Stafford looks to throw again. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And it's 3rd down.
DeAndre Baker there defensively.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Now that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving once again from our gang here in Orlando to yours. We'll get back to AT&T Stadium in a minute, but first, let's take a look at what's coming up later this holiday weekend. Good matchups all up and down the schedule.
We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. And his pass incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Dallas. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews.
There you go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And Tate's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, You've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often the fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's caught at the 1. No gain, and it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Tua to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Make it happen. Taking it in from a yard out. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Tua. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Younghoe Koo is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 24, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. The Cowboys on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He is going to find Hill here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks contract.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line.
26, 11 yards there, first down. Throwing again at Stafford. This short throw caught by Goddard.
7 yards the pickup there.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
This is Freeman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, a pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And goes for 24 yards. A story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Looking to pass. Tua out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. 2 are going to try and run.
They'll try and run it here. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the 50 at Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Washington, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.